It's time for us to have some more adventures with Sherlock Holmes. We are still in Fowlett's house, and we have a new key, which might open this locked door. And it will. We are now in a cellar.
Watson, over here.
My God, this man is dead, Holmes.
Brilliant deduction. I thought perhaps he was tired and decided to rest under a pile of potatoes, which in turn fractured his skull. Watson, you see everything, but fail to observe. I do not have time for trifles.
Oh, really, Holmes? You go too far.
Watson, tell Constable Fletcher to contact Lestrade with all haste. Now, I'd like to look around the house.
All right, Holmes.
I mean, I like to sleep under a pile of potatoes, right? Who doesn't do that? I mean, come on. You don't sleep under a pile of potatoes in your basement? What?
I recognize this handwriting. This handwriting is identical to the writing on Monsieur de la Mazardiere's visiting card.
Oh, we're getting places now. Oh, we
I need something.
Yeah, we probably want to check his feet.
Size 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is there anything else we can find here? Except to go out of here? I can't really see anything.
The station master assured me he clearly saw Mr. Fowlett board the last train to London. But as Constable Fletcher can attest, the body in the cellar is without question that of Horace Fowlett.
Do you have the station master's statements there in your notes, Watson?
Of course. And be sure that...
It is neither the right place nor the right time to talk about this. We must hurry. I fear if we do not act promptly and with all haste, this second dead body will not be the last. Let us return to Baker Street. It seems to me that we have gathered all of the key elements, Watson. However, before we retire, let's summarize our findings. The questions should be answered yes or no, and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Yay! For more... Oh! Oswald Sebois de la Vega, antiquaire Tristan de Cunha, Lisboa. Oh, sorry, that was probably Portuguese. Ah, yeah. Did Horace Fowlett receive a caller the evening he was supposed to leave? Yes. Murray said that he had. Were all of the guests in the ballroom at the time of the shooting? Yes. I think so. But why would a document help us here? Oh, because one of these, okay. Okay, so it's this one, I think. Did Sir Bromsby and his daughter have a good relationship? No. That one, I think. Was Horace Fowlett aware of the problems between Herman Grimble and Sir Bromsby? Was Horace Fowlett aware of the... Yes, he was, because he got that letter from... Bromsby, this one, right? No. Yes, that one. Was there anything missing from Horace Fowlett's house? Yes, the pillow was missing. Did someone enter through the window at Fowlett's house? Yes. That one. And... someone tried to force... Footprints with trace of soil under empty hook so close. Shoes with fossils sun size. Two shoes pairs, one countryside. Have no bars and is kept close with a screwdriver. Maybe?
We must have made an error, Watson. The questions should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation. It is simplicity itself,
I forgot
Watson.
to click yes.
We have answered all the questions. We shall examine the evidence acquired yesterday. A wood trinket, substance from Fowlett's washstand, and the gloves I found at Sherringford Hall.
Yay!
We shall examine the evidence acquired yesterday. A wood trinket.
Yes.
Let me study this more closely.
Oh.
A very fine white cotton. Let me study this more closely. I recognize the style of this trinket. Let's examine it under the microscope. Greasy substance. Very interesting.
Okay. Are we done? Yep.
I could not wait for you much longer. We have but a brief moment to discuss your notes before joining the inspector at Sherringford Hall. Poor Lestrade must have spent a terrible night.
My word, Holmes, even you have admitted that this case is uniquely perplexing and difficult.
You are, of course, correct. I still have not arrived at a reasonable and definite explanation of these events. You see, Watson, our success lies entirely in our ability to sift through the vast amounts of facts and evidence we have at our disposal and discern which items are of true significance. We cannot allow ourselves to be blinded by the superficial logic of forced hypotheses. We also must not overlook the trifles, as by their very existence they can destroy the most solid of theories. Watson, consider this. All persons intimately involved with the preparations for the reception knew the precise position Sir Bromsby would occupy on that stage. We must remark that they had this knowledge for at least a week beforehand. Numerous experts have made much of the fact that the deadly shot was of unnatural precision. We have also learned that Horace Fowlett was a renowned expert on all types of mechanical devices and automatons. Then Fowlett is found dead a mere 2 days ago. These facts give rise to a serious line of inquiry.
I find your deductions quite probable, Holmes.
But how can we explain the guest list with notes? Any probable theory about these events must correspond in all ways, including the smallest of details. Watson, I have a general idea of what you discovered during your return to the Flatham railway station. Please correct me if I get any detail wrong. You learned from the station master that several minutes before the arrival of the last train to London, 2 men entered the station one after another. First, there appeared a tall man clothed as a worker. His hat was lowered to hide his eyes, his right hand bandaged. He took a place in the right corner near the platform. A few moments later, Horace Fowlett came in and sat down on a bench. He spoke briefly with the station master and by all appearances seemed to be freezing. I can add that you have probably learned that the station master began to work in Flatham only 4 years ago. The rest you can tell yourself.
Really, Holmes, you were right concerning the information I received from the station master. When I entered the railway station...
We are apparently playing as Watson now. Oh, there's a person there.
Hello. If you could, I need some information regarding the last scheduled train to the north, specifically the one that ran 2 days ago.
You're one of those fellows from London working with Fletcher, aren't you? Wait a second, let's see, 2 days ago, or rather 2 nights. That was the night when Mr. Fowlett was here.
Did you see him?
As clearly as I see you now. But he didn't seem well, he was all muffled up, and every time he opened his mouth it was to cough. The people from the village say that he's an odd one who's always amusing himself with gewgaws and puppets.
Do you see him often?
No, I don't know him that well, because he didn't travel very often. I didn't think it was a good opportunity to make his acquaintance, but he wasn't able to say more than a few words without suffering a sudden coughing fit. It seemed he was travelling to the north. However, I cannot say with any certainty that he arrived there.
Was there anyone else on the platform?
Yes, there was a fellow. I could see his face beneath his cap. For a second I thought he had a revolver in his pocket, but then I noticed that it was merely his hand. It was all done up with a large bandage, due to some wound, I suppose.
Where was he, exactly?
He stood in that corner over there, and Mr. Fowlett arrived a bit later. I heard the sound of his coughing for about 5 minutes after that. When the train arrived, they boarded the same carriage.
And where might I find this train carriage?
Why, right here. They always use the same carriages when they put together the night trains.
Aha, and here it is. This is most advantageous.
If it would be a help, I can hold the train for 1 or 2 minutes at the station, so you might have a look inside.
Thank you very much. Well, I must investigate these matters.
Until later, sir.
Ooh. Run, Watson, run. Nope, apparently not. Nope. Watson does not like running. I like how the cursor is different for them both. I mean, you can probably see the cursor of my, you can see double cursor probably, but yeah. Here we go. Alrighty, Watson. Do your thing.
There is nothing of interest here.
Are you sure? Okay. Oh, there you are, Watson. Okay. Nope. Here. Hello.
Someone has forgotten their cap, and I believe that hairs on it are red.
Oh. Hello, red-haired, mysterious purse head.
A Cherapaki cigarette, the same as Holmes found at Sherringford Hall.
Oh ho ho. Now apparently there's something more I need to do. Maybe. Oh.
It could be evidence.
There we go.
A red hair. This is splendid, Watson.
I did not dare to disturb your thoughts on our way back to London last night. I had quite forgotten about this hat.
What can we do for you today, Mr. Holmes?
Come near, Wiggins. Mind you look sharp. There'll be an extra guinea for the lad that finds him.
Goodbye.
We must leave now, Watson. Let us return to Sherringford Hall.
What an amazing voice acting for Wiggins! It basically sounded like a grown man trying to sound like a child, but not really. I like how Wiggins has... I like how this map is not inexistent. I like how Wiggins has... Like, he's so different in every single game. Like, it's not just like Holmes and Watson who get like more detailed character models. Wiggins literally looks different in every single game. Like, you can never spot him. It's always like, okay, I'm presuming one of these is Wiggins because they look like the bigger city regulars, but he like changes his hair color, he changes like voice, everything. It's just like, what? Here we go. Sherringford Hall.
Cabby!
Oh, hello.
My respects, madam. It would seem that you have received good news.
Oh, it's Miss Bromsby and her admirer, Lieutenant Harrington. It is wonderful to see love bloom despite such tragic circumstances.
Have you ever met Wyatt Collins?
The nephew of the late Sir Bromsby? Oh, I've seen him just a few times since I was hired at Sherringford Hall. He stopped visiting the hall because of a quarrel with his uncle, I think.
How would you describe him?
He was a very tall and slender young man with a bright red hair. He's not well mannered.
Oh, really?
Have you seen Inspector Lestrade?
He is with Miss Bromsby and Lieutenant Harrington in Sir Bromsby's office. He's waiting for you.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Lambert.
You are surely welcome.
Hello. You seem to be in a fine mood.
Oh, yes, because I am sure that Miss Bromsby and Lieutenant Harrington will make a splendid couple. He's very handsome and rich.
Wait, and how do you know this?
The brother of my cousin's boyfriend is currently employed in the Queen's Army Hostel. He said that the lieutenant gave him a very generous tip when he carried the lieutenant's trunks during his move.
You don't say.
Yes, and if they decide to get married and make their home here, we won't be afraid for our jobs. And considering their youth, the family wouldn't stop growing anytime soon. I used to be a nurse, you know.
Well, I must leave you now.
Please say hello for me to your doctor friend.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I presume the office is upstairs?
Closed.
Good work, Holmes. Please fly a bit more.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, Mary, do you remember Wyatt Collins?
Oh, he's a black sheep, that one is. He had a bad habit of stealing from the wine cellar at night. But he was so saucy, he tried to pin it on the staff the next day. Can you imagine that?
So you weren't fond of him, on the whole?
He spoke ill of everyone. Why, I recall the day our master tossed him howling into the street because a blackguard dared to slander Mr. Grimble.
Well, I will see you later, Mary.
Goodbye.
Maybe we can actually talk to the cook, too. Maybe that's who stole his best sherry or whiskey or whatever it was. This is not the kitchen, Holmes. Exactly, this is not the kitchen, Holmes. Stop it. Kitchen's actually over here, dude. Man, you're not gonna run, are you? Nope. Kitchen.
Closed.
What? Okay, so apparently we're not going to the kitchen. Right. Let's go to the office.
Well, it's not too early. I've just informed Miss Bromsby about Mr. Fowlett. Besides, I told her about the notes that suggested Sir Bromsby's wish to amend his will in favour of Mr. Grimble. According to our solicitors, this new development does complicate the succession. Let's hope Mr. Bromsby's safe contains an official document which will allow us to see things more clearly. I do hope you've discovered the code, because I did not sleep well last night and I'm in no mood for riddles.
Do you know the code?
Do you know the code?
Maybe. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Okay, we do have the code. Not exactly sure what it means, but you know. 11211 1121 111221. Yeah. Not sure.
The sequence of numbers found at Fowlett's should help me discover the code.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is... That's 6. No, we can't do 6. We can only do 5. Oh my gosh, it's so slow. Okay, there are 6 like that.
It has no effect.
Maybe it has significance that the paper is, it's like... That doesn't really matter. What? You're serious? I'm supposed to understand this? No, I have no idea.
It has no effect.
Alright. So, like all the other puzzles in this game, it's weird. So apparently this means a 1 and a 2. And this means 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 and 2 1s. 1, 1, 2, 1. Oh no, it's this way. 1, 1, 1, 2 1s. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. I don't even know. Like, I read the description of the walkthrough. I'm still super confused, but apparently it's something like 3, 1, 2, 2, 1 for some reason. And it's supposed to be read like 1, number 1. There's a 1, and then 1, number 1. 2 number 1s, which is a 2. And then you have 1 number 2 and 1 number 1. 1 number 1, 1 number 2, and 2 number 1. But I have no idea. There you go.
It is simplicity itself.
Not really.
What could this key open? This could be valuable evidence. Bank statements. I have no interest in this. I have no interest in this.
You sure?
I have no interest in this.
Really? Are you sure?
I have no interest in this.
Okay. Richard's letter. Sir, your attitude and your behavior in this affair that has set us set us one against the other is wise and contemptible. Abandon all thoughts about the Sherringford Theatre and the soil on which it stands. You conduct yourself as a Bristard, and Bristards always come to a bad end. White Richards. Money transfers to Sherman's bank. Beneficiary Ensenat, Deutschland. Beneficiary W&G, Bombay, India. Beneficiary Amero, Italy. Siemens Wells Perat, France, and there's something other. So it's like £8,000, £150, £15,000, £15,000, £100.
I have a feeling that I should inspect this Fairfax Theatre. It appears to be Bromsby Enterprises territory now, and Grimble's office should be nearby.
Ah, Fairfax Theatre, that's it. What's that? Cool.
Not one shred of paper about the inheritance. My superiors keep pressing on me, saying that we're going to a crisis in the city. For now, I'll check into this Richards character. What are your plans?
First of all, I will need this key. I presume that you have had neither the time nor the opportunity to inform Mr. Grimble about the current state of the investigation. As it is the weekend, could you ask him to come in?
Rest assured it will be done.
Miss Bromsby, I will ask you for your continued patience. I have given you my word that I would discover the truth, and upon my word, I shall find it. Gentlemen, Watson, we must take our leave.
Okie dokie. And we'll see whatever we go to, I guess the Fairfax Theatre thingy, in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you are enjoying the Sherlock Holmes game with me. Yeah, I'll see you later.